Hey, yo. You can't stop at hey, yo. You have to follow it up with what up. But I'm not gonna do that. So, the question is, Vinny, how are you feeling? Relatively alive. We'll talk about that in a minute. Welcome to the stream. It's Metroid Prime 2 again. We are making very good progress in this game, and this will be the game for the night, followed by Hollow Knight for the night. And I realized that this genre of game should be called something different. Stop map. Because every 5 minutes you have to stop and look at your map. I can understand how this might not be the most appealing genre for everybody. But, you know, I like these games. Just stick with it a little bit longer. Next week, we'll probably start Rabid Dong expansion. Rabid Dong expansion. It has gotten just so out of hand, that name. And then also, I have a collaboration with Boundary Break next week. We're going to be doing Smash Melee, where we step outside the realm of good taste and the realm of the map. So, next week should be more of, sugar instead of salt, I would say. Ow. Ow. Music brought to you by Shy Guy. Kinda remember where I have to go. Any more details on that Boundary Break collab? I just mentioned it. Did you just joined, or did I not give enough information? I'm not trying to be sassy. I'm not trying to sass you up. I'm just curious. I don't have any more information. I know we're gonna be playing Smash Brothers Melee. Well, I will be, and I'm gonna kinda have him on. We're just gonna talk about some stuff. He's like a special guest. I'm gonna do some like pseudo interviewing. I say pseudo because it's just gonna be me talking about meat the whole time. You know how it's gonna go. Oh, that looks like meat. What's meat, Vin? Well, it's a thing from the stream. It's and then I have to explain Scoot, you know. That's my favorite thing when I talk to someone who isn't a regular and I have to explain the memes. And it's always like a total dead end to the conversation. But Vinny, what are Robertsons? Okay, you know those things that grow? You know what? Don't worry about it. So, at the moment, I'm headed towards the Screwattack. So, we're gonna get that. It's a big one. We're really, like, closing in on the last remaining items. Oh, shit. There we go. So, let me fill up. So, thank you for asking about my mental well-being. You know, the last stream I did, Mario Tennis in Splatoon. A little feisty, let's say. I'm not sure I'm gonna let the fish win. But for the time being, I need to step away from the fish because, dear God. If you weren't here, it was just painful. Oh God. It was painful. And like, I'm aware that Splatoon 2 final boss, secret final boss, is 100% designed for experts who want like a real crazy challenge. And that's cool. I got a little bit more angry at it than I should because it was late, and I was like, man, I just want to finish this. But it's probably one of the hardest things I've ever had to do in a video game. Well, maybe not ever. But I mean it when I say it's harder than anything I've had to do in Bloodborne. Vinny, I was at the boardwalk yesterday and I didn't realize that your Polish water ice bit is pretty much word for word. Yes! That's something that people have been telling me for the past, like, year now. They've been like, Vin, I heard it! It's that! And it really is that. Someone said even if the fight is made for experts, it's still poorly designed. It's just crazy design. That's like them just throwing the kitchen sink. They were like, what's the hardest thing we can possibly do that's still doable? And that was what it was. I mean, it's definitely doable. I've seen a video recently where someone did all 5 phases. So it looks possible. It is possible. It's just a little crazy. But I'm okay. Honestly, the reason I took the day off yesterday was not solely because of the salt. I mean, sure, that was part of it. Mario Tennis is brutal. And just as Splatoon was, really. Nintendo has got, like, the hardest games on the market right now. No, but really, it was a good... You know, I mean, it was a good DLC. The Octo expansion was, like, 10 out of 10 DLC. It's like everything I wanted in an expansion pack, which is a self-contained, really well done, like 10-hour edition with really great new mechanics and interesting uses of old mechanics. It was all around a good time. But yeah, that final challenge is a little crazy, and then Mario Tennis is just insane. Kamek is going to be a real pain in the ass. I'm going to return to Kamek. I'm not going to let Kamek win. But yesterday was cool. I went to Reese Park, which is like a little south right of Coney Island. And it's the place where well, do you remember last time I played this game, I was telling you about the thing I saw at the beach? You know, where my friend's the lifeguard and a not good thing happened? Yeah, that one, that story. Yeah, that one. I went over there because the weather was, like, beautiful, and I wanted to see what it was like, because I remember I really liked that place a lot. And, get this, Coney Island was doing fireworks. Remember the fireworks? John Stamos? Well, they were doing it on Friday because a lot of people, I guess, missed it during the week, and they were doing like they might even be doing weekly fireworks. So I went there, I started walking around the park, and it's just fucking beautiful. The weather is so good. There's like a cat walking around. And then the fireworks begin. At Coney Island. And I had the best view of them with no traffic and no bullshit. It was great. I didn't have to worry about John Stamos, or Mike Love, or a police officer watching me pee. Dark War Wasp, Darkling possessed aerial hunters, 30 insect gains strength from ing possession. It retains the ability to fire blast of energy. Where the fuck is their nest? Ah. But it was like, it was crazy because when I was at the beach, there were a lot of people. There's like a bar right on the beach. Like in a beach house. And again, I was only there for a little bit. Like, this wasn't my whole day. Yesterday was a very busy day and I did lots of things. But at the end of the day, I figured, you know what, let me go over there and get some roast beef sandwich at Rollin' Roaster, which is the best roast beef sandwich you'll get. And then that, so that's what I did. It was great, but one of the cool things was they were lighting fireworks off at the Hamptons, which is Long Island, but the very end of it, almost. And I could see them in the distance. So they were there, they were at Coney Island, and people were lighting them off on Staten Island, and just randomly across. Like, so this was 2 days after the 4th of July, people were still lighting off fireworks, which, first of all, fuck you. But it made for a good show. Luminoth Vault Chamber. Fallout Troid. Okay, so I don't know what this puzzle is just yet, but we're gonna find out. Vinny, do you like Philly steak subs? That's definitely one of my favorite foods when done right. Because I am... ah, my god. Like foie gras and like caviar. You know, I know that's like... If you're like one of good taste, I suppose you have to say that. Maybe if you live in the Hamptons. But... no, I'm all about a good Philly cheesesteak. Vinny, Castlevania Season 2 got confirmed for October. I know, I'm really excited about that. Don't fall for Gino's and Pat's tourist traps, they're not the best. I know. Apparently there's a place called Steve's that's really good. Or no, wait, I've been to a Steve's. It was good. But then there's another one that someone recommended to me. There's a lot of really good, cheesesteak places that aren't tourist traps in Philly. But there's also some good ones around here. It just depends on how, you know, fresh the ingredients are. But anyway, yeah, so that was my day yesterday. It was good. I enjoyed it. It's nice to take a day off. I got to, and, like, again, the weather has been great. The heat wave is more or less over. And now the weather is just kind of awesome. And for someone that is home a lot when, you know, like, I stream, you know what I mean? Like, I don't have an office, I just stream here. After a really shitty winter, this has been... it's been good. It's been a really, really good summer, despite being a little gross on a few occasions. Well, more than a little gross. Laser turret locked in place, spinner system offline.
not going.
Someone in chat just said, I like the music noises. That is a very appropriate way to describe this soundtrack, especially for this area. A couple other things. Twitch now has a system where you can add a marker to the VODs. I think you have to be an editor to do that. I don't want to say that that was my idea, but that was partially my idea. I may have come up with that. I don't know. I'm kidding. I have no. I had a discussion with, Pluto about it, and, we talked about if it will be a good idea or not, and I was like, yeah, I think it's a good idea, sure. And that was my contribution. Yes, I think that's a good idea, sure. So it's practically my idea, you know, I invented it, of course. Oh shit, here we go. Pretty cool puzzle. Simple. A little tedious, but I liked it. Oh, and rustic. You want me to say rustic, right? Yeah. So that idea is cool, but I think you need to assign editors. I don't know how to do that yet. I haven't looked into it. But if I have to assign editors... well, we'll talk more about that at a later date. Here it is, 3D Screwattack. You can even slightly adjust left and right. It's a pretty basic form of it. It's the space jump mixed with Screwattack. You don't get vertical height. But, I mean, this is one of the most iconic abilities in Metroid history. This was not in Metroid Prime 1. So the fact that we get this in Metroid Prime 2... pretty damn cool. I love it. But it's not, you know, it's not like broken. It's, more suited to... oh, shit. And you only get 5 jumps, but it's more suited to stuff like that. Fucking decimated. You could overjump too, which I almost did just then. I'm trying to figure out where to go. Is that Digital Rain? Yeah, sure. I mean, yeah, it's Sci-Fi Rain, man. Oh, I need to find the keys, right? There's a key in the Dark World, I believe. Panic Button announced that they're doing a Warframe port to the Switch. I have played Warframe. a little bit in my day. When I say I played Warframe a little bit, I'm saying I played Warframe like 6 years ago. So I have no idea what that game is even like now. The thing about it is, you kind of have to weigh your options. Panic Button does great jobs with their ports. But Warframe is a beautiful 60 frames a second game that, I mean, the combat is fast and really benefits from the 60 frames. So I wonder if it's going to be something that would lose a little bit on the Switch. I mean, it probably will, which begs the question, and I don't have an answer to this. What's better? And you have portable or PC. It will be free, yeah. Portable's nice. It depends on, I guess it depends on what kind of gamer you are. A new open world campaign. Someone said Switch tax. Yeah, I know, the Switch tax is lame as fuck. Fuck, do I get that? Oh, there's an elevator I have to rise from, I guess, right? I see it. Okay, so I have to go to Dark World down there. I have Farming Simulator, or Farm Simulator, on Wall Jump Surface for Screwattack. Cool. I forgot about these. I have a Farm Simulator on the Switch. Gaijo bought it for me and gave it to me at a convention at Too Many Games, and I'm like, well, why? Why'd you do this? And it's not cheap either, mind you. Farming Simulator for the Switch is not an inexpensive game. The Switch tax is real. But I have it. Guess I'll stream it. So I now find myself in possession of like 8 plug-and plays. Some of them are the ones with only like 3 games on them, 5 games, so they're shitty. Or good, depending on how you look at it. Plug and Plague was supposed to die. It's still here. I'm sorry. This Sunday will be Plug and Plague. So maybe I just gave up some of the stuff that I'm doing this Sunday. Maybe we can do Plug and Plague. I need to, like, do a subtitle for it. So Plug and Plague, you know, prepare for disappointment. That'll be the name of it. Like Zelda Ocarina of Time. But I do have a list of games that are repeats, and there's one that has, like, motion controls that looks utterly disgusting. So that's good. And then the ones that are really... Like, I have another SpongeBob one. You know what I mean? So I have a lot of stuff that I don't want and should probably never own. Oh, no, I don't want that. Yeah, I'm a little worried about the Farming Simulator game, because I don't think it's gonna be good-bad. I think it's just gonna be bad-bad. Or really, really good, actually. Oh, there's missiles. I mean, it's possible, it's just, it ends up just being a good game. This is Pachinko, isn't it? Konami got their hands on the Metroid series. Good. Ah, man, I'm just full of news today. I have more things to talk about. Like, for example, I have the Zelda book. The one that looks like a cartridge. I couldn't resist. It's like a Zelda encyclopedia with an updated timeline, and, it's got, like, comparisons of every generation. Like, so say if there's a page on Octoroks, you can see what every Octorok looked like in every game. Swords, you get to see what the swords looked like, every iteration of the Master Sword, all of the White Sword, which was the one from Zelda 1 that was brought back in a couple games, the Magic Sword, you get to see, things that are specific to some games. You get a lot of really... Oh, fuck off, Tentacle. You get a lot of really good things in this book. Some might say too much good things. No, I'm serious. It's almost too much. And it's too much money, too. And, you know, there's concept art, there's... basically, it's a companion piece to Hyrule Historia. The Zelda book I don't have is the art one. So there's an art Zelda book that came out after Hyrule Historia, which... looked cool, but I never wanted it because I'm just like, alright, well, I can look at a lot of this stuff online. But this book actually has, like, a lot of information. And it looks like the gold cartridge from Zelda 1. But it is, even though I got a bit of a discount from Amazon Prime, it's still way too expensive, and I'm not sure I could recommend it. What's it called? I don't know. Zelda book? Gold Zelda book? Vinny, who do you use your Twitch Prime sub on? Pretty much all different people. Oh, it's called the Zelda Encyclopedia. And there's a cheaper version that doesn't look like a cartridge. Oh, okay. I mean, listen, I'm a sucker for Zelda nostalgia, because Zelda 1 and Zelda 2 are just years and years of my childhood. And I wanted the gold book. There's a Breath of the Wild book coming out too. Yeah, I was wondering why there wasn't any Breath of the Wild in this one. And, no, you're not getting any more of my money, Dark Horse and Nintendo. Dark Horse. That sounds great, but man, I don't think I could do it. They'll get more of my money. They're gonna get lots more of my money. Someone said not a fan of OOT. Okay, so funny thing, I watched a video. I forget whose channel it was, but it was like an hour and 15-minute long video. I didn't get through all of it yet, but it was about how Zelda Ocarina of Time aged, which he was very critical. Like, there's a lot of things that didn't really age very well, other things that aged great, like the dungeons. He had nothing but good things to say about those. Music wasn't too hot on the visuals. Wasn't Ecoraptor, no. No, wasn't Eco. Come on. I know that one. Kind of. I know he was really pissy about it. But this dude was a lot more fair about it, and he covered... So, okay, check this out. Hang on a second. Just Google it. I don't think this is a dude with like millions of subs. I think this is like a lesser channel in terms of subscriptions, but it was very, very well done. Okay, I can't find it right now. I'm gonna have to find that video for you eventually, but I'll say that he completed Zelda Ocarina of Time 4 times. Okay, so he did the N64 version. He did the fucking GameCube disc version, Master Quest, and he got 100% the first time on the N64, and then for Master Quest, he got not 100%, but he completed the game. Then he did the 3DS version, both Master Quest and non-Master Quest, like the actual game, and I think he completed it 100%. So the dude went hard. He did not fuck around with this review. And he basically, he claims that the Ocarina of Time 3D version fixes almost all of the issues he had, except for the overworld being empty. But it was a really good detailed analysis, but it's also like, you know, I grew up with Ocarina of Time being the most hyped game in existence, and then it more or less delivered. For someone that maybe played Ocarina just a couple years ago, or for someone who never played it, I think this review is really interesting. Just like an objective, more or less— oh fuck, why did I press that for? An objective, more or less unbiased look at what the game is now. And he still loved it. I mean, he still had great things to say about it. But, you know, obviously, certain aspects don't age well. And there are things like, his #1 complaint was that the text speed is too slow, and you can't skip through most of it, like, very quickly. You have to just keep going at a snail's pace, which the 3DS version fixed. I mean, sure, I have a couple of issues with Ocarina too, but it's hard for me to separate how I feel about that game from my nostalgia. And that's something that, you know, they don't think it be like it is, but it do. It's, hang on. Exo Paradigm Gamer? Let me see if that's the one. Enjoy the nice beep boop noises. Oh yeah, that's the dude. Exo Paradigm Gamer. He's got 55k subs. He probably should have more for how much research and how detailed his videos are. But if you're ever curious about what the differences are between all the versions, this is a great video for that, aside from just the critical review of it. Oh, there's the key. That's the last one. I think I just need that one key. So this worked out. Fucker. motherfucker phase through walls? It's about as fair as Splatoon. That was Agent 3 I was fighting, right? Just to be sure, so I can make future Agent 3 jokes. Yep. So I have a bit of a headache, and that is why I'm now going to take an Excedrin. You should check out Excedrin. Have you ever tried Excedrin? From when you have the biggest amount of pain, side effects may include nausea, constipation, chronic masturbation, or death? Very good. I'm just drinking lots of water tonight. I'm gonna stay very hydrated. I think I'm good. It might be like a little allergy thing. I feel okay. Head's a little bit wonky, but I can still deliver a semi-entertaining stream as usual. Either substandard or semi-entertaining. That's usually what I'm capable of. And I can handle that tonight, my good fellow family fam. Wow, that was a lot easier than I thought it would be. I don't know what I was expecting. Someone said, I think the Zelda series from A Link to the Past until Breath of the Wild wasn't all that good. Well, I disagree entirely, because Wind Waker wants to have a word with you. But I think you're entitled to the opinion. There's a lot of people that don't like a lot of the 3D Zeldas. This is not an uncommon viewpoint. Wrong, but not uncommon. This opinion is wrong! Oh god, this opinion is wrong. Ah, it's fucking raw. I guess you just didn't like the formula. I think that's... more what that statement means to me is you didn't like the 3D Zelda formula, and it can get a little tedious, but I still think they're great games. Whether or not, you know, you're into the formula, it's like, it's kinda hard to say, well, this game is poop. Because they're not. They're just good games. Oh, I didn't get the other key, so I need one more. I think it's up there. Maybe it's up there? But, I mean, there's people that don't like the Metroidvania format. I love this series of games. I love games that are like this. I love the stop map games where you have to stop and look at your map every 5 minutes. I'm fine with it. But people get bored of it, people don't like it. I don't like MMOs. I think MMOs are very bland, and once you do a lot of the stuff that there is to do, once you see a lot of the world, you're relying on nostalgia for something that you're currently playing to continue enjoying it. Now, I haven't played MMOs in a while. That opinion is based on World of Warcraft. Generalizing all of the MMO genre is not something that is fair, and so I won't do that. But I'd be lying if I said that World of Warcraft didn't put me off to other MMOs. Like, I don't want to play Final Fantasy 15. I really don't want to get lost in an MMO anyway, but I never was all that crazy about the style. I want, you know, if I'm gonna do an MMO, I want something like Breath of the Wild gameplay. Deeper, though. Deeper. With building. You know, like you build your own places. Destruction. and lots of, like, quests. People are saying Fortnite. I'm sorry, that's Breath of the Wild gameplay? Fallout 76? Well, that's the thing that intrigues me about Fallout 76. It's not really an MMO in the traditional sense of the word. Well, I mean, it is, but it's also not like the stuff that we've seen. Like, it doesn't reek of World of Warcraft in a way that would turn me off to it, and I'm interested. I might not like it. It might have too many of the tropes that I already don't like. But I'm open to it because it's less of that. I played RuneScape, I played Shadowbane. You know, I had my period where MMOs were like what I wanted. You know, I thought that was the future of gaming for a while, and maybe it still is, I don't know. I don't want it anymore. I don't care. It's just, I don't know. Was it WoW that did it? Was it me getting older? Was it, me losing patience? Maybe I'm just waiting for the next big thing. Remember Project Titan that Blizzard was supposedly developing? There was talk of this thing called Project Titan, which was going to be like a first-person shooter MMO, which I think just turned into Overwatch, but it was originally supposed to be a Borderlands-esque MMO. So... See, that's another genre I'm not feeling at the moment. Class-based shooters. Team Fortress Classic was like my favorite multiplayer game ever. And then TF2 was great. You know, I enjoyed it. Had fun with it. And then I got bored of TF2 and class-based shooting just stopped doing it for me. Though people were like, Vin, you should check out Paladins. I'm like, yeah, I don't know if I want to, though. Like, I know what type of game I'm really into. Like, I like CSGO still. If I play CSGO for an hour, I get addicted for another month. But Overwatch did not have the power to keep my interest. Do I play Quake Champions still? No, not since I streamed it. No, that's not true. I played it once since they updated it after I streamed it. And, I'd be interested in playing more of it, but I haven't had the itch. You know, I just realized something. There's a save point down here I want to get to. So I need health. Did you ever play Destiny? No. I get bored of Borderlands. Did I ever play the original PlanetSide? Not the original, but I played PlanetSide 2. Got bored of it. You know what I would play? I would play something similar to Left 4 Dead. If not Left 4 Dead 3. I'm a little sick of zombies, but if we got the same developers to do a Left 4 Dead 3 type game... I heard Vermintide was that. Is that true? Is Vermintide that good? Vermintide is the same team, and it's very good. God damn it. Alright, fine. Alright, thanks. You just put that on my radar. Vinny gets bored of everything. Yeah, it's a problem. I do. It's not just that, it's music, too. I get bored of my own songs. Like, if we were to do live shows, I wouldn't want to play very many of my songs. Just sick of them. Isn't that a human nature thing? Yeah, I think so, to some extent. But then, you could get me to play Super Metroid once a year, and I'm fine with that. Weird. Vinny, you're like Stan when he thinks everything is shit. The problem is drinking doesn't help, and I don't like drinking all that much. I'm not even gonna bother with them again. It's not like you get experience points. Hang on just a second. Metroid with experience points, dear God. I'd be down for upgrades. That's one of the things I think could really help the Star Fox series. Key code acknowledged, lock deactivated. One key required to access town. Oh, this is where it is? Okay, I see. Okay. So, we're on the right track. There's gonna be very little backtracking at this, before we get to the next boss. That is something I'm very happy about. So that's right there, and now the key is right here. Ow! It's like meat tentacles. Nice. But yeah, that's what I was saying, like, I think that a little bit of an upgrade system would work nicely in a Metroid game, or specifically a Star Fox game. So, picture this. Picture you get, like, as you explore, you get, like, chips, like in Doom. You know what? It's Doom. It's Doom 2016, but lighter. Where if you want to put some points into your missiles to make them a little bit more powerful, or like have like spread shots, or you know, maybe have a slightly bigger explosion but less power, like more splash damage. Just a little bit. Like, it doesn't need to be too much. Just a couple things to keep you engaged when you're not exploring. And I think Star Fox could benefit from that. Like, Miyamoto said they don't know what the fuck to do with Star Fox at the moment, right? Well, I think that there's an easy solution. Just make Star Fox 64, but a little bit deeper. And Star Fox 2 had different, like, vehicle types. You know, so different pilots had different vehicles. I like that. You know, have it so that every pilot has their own vehicle, and it's not just R-Wings. Maybe as you go along and you get high points, high score points. Oh my god, what is that? As you get high score points... Oh, fuck. Fuck a dick. As you get... As you get more points, you can, maybe not buy stuff, but upgrade stuff or unlock different options. Like, that's the thing about Star Fox that it didn't ever really have. It was just one ship, same arsenal, very arcade. And arcade is fine. Like, I'm okay with arcadey, but if you're running out of things to do with a series, just maybe do something like that, and don't try to reinvent the wheel. Isn't that the Ubisoft game? That's basically a new Star Fox. It's similar, yeah. It seems like Ubisoft is doing that with Starlink. My hopes are now high for Starlink, because I saw the Treehouse video of it, and it looked pretty good. Maybe not high, but slightly more than nothing. Maybe medium. It's medium expectations. So, yeah, I think just a little bit of that stuff would be fine. Like, Breath of the Wild had a pretty good amount of depth for a Nintendo game that I didn't expect. With a lot of, like, you know, the weapons and, like, the abilities that you get over time and upgrading stamina, upgrading health. You know, like, a little bit of choice over your fate, but generally, there was just so much shit to do. That it felt pretty good. The only thing I would like from the next Zelda— not the only thing, there's a number of things I would like from the next Zelda game, but if I had to say, give an idea to Aonuma, like say he's asking me for help, I would say just bring items back that are permanent. Like, make the boomerang do something specific. Maybe give me the ice rod, the fire rod that are always in my inventory. Maybe the hook shot again. And have more traditional Zelda dungeons, but keep the world open. And more than 4 enemies, yeah. And give him a gun. Anyway, this is Quadraxis. One of the most infamous Metroid bosses. And don't get me wrong, someone said I like the item system in Breath of the Wild. I did too, but we've already done a radical departure from the series. Now it's time to bring the elements that worked best from the series, I think, into the next one. And combine it with the open world stuff, and I think you're gonna have something really special. Here we go. Quadraxis, rogue high-security drone, heavily armed and armored mechanoid, lightly armored foot joints are vulnerable to bomb and boost attacks. Alright, well, I'm mobile, and I have boost. Holy God. Note the weapon Quadraxis is using. some stuff. There's like a blue thing here. Oh, I see it, I see it, I see it. There we go, red. There we go. I have no idea if I'm doing anything right. See, this is where having a little bit more free aiming would be great. The Wii version probably makes this fight a little bit easier. Ah, yes. Sir. Oh shit, stop that. Oh shit. Okay, that's not working. I love how creative the fights are in this game compared to Prime 1. Prime 1 had some good boss fights, but the fact that like a lot of these bosses require the morph ball to actually solve like their puzzles is a really nice touch. Oh yeah, Flagra. I forgot about that. Flagra. Flagra was a really good boss fight. Wasn't that the first one in Prime? So never mind. Prime 1 had good boss fights too. Foie gras. It's weird that that's the second time I've said foie gras tonight. Maybe it means something. Scoot for dinner? No. Shit. Wow, you kind of really have to get lucky in this last phase here. Or I don't know, not last, but most recent phase. There we go. By the way, if this is a security drone, what the fuck is it protecting? What did the Luminoth need this giant-ass security drone for? Maybe the Ing? Never mind. They needed it because they were being invaded by dark creatures from an alternate dimension. Never mind. Answer my own question. The energy of the planet. Shame it didn't work. It seemed like such a good idea at the time, too. And now it's the perfect enemy. Shielded head module, command module of the Guardian unit, highly mobile and well armed. Impervious force shield protects it from harm, receiving tactical data via high sonic transmissions. Oh, okay. Damaged Quadraxis. Dedicated security, sentry building unit. Main body render. I can't read tonight. Main body rendered immobile. Sonic tactical data. Bursts detected. Destroy transmitter to disrupt operation. I can't read! I'm good. Freestyle memeing is just code word for Vinny having a stroke. Okay, stunned head. Battle logic disrupted. Unit is vulnerable. Shield offline. Unit is generating drones for defense while trying to restore sonic tactical link with main body. What was the spinning top thing? Was it Beyblades? No, that was dreidels. Right. There you go. Oh, that's how you do it. What a fucking crazy fight this is. You have to utilize, like, every tool. there's two of them now. Now there are two of them! Go. Phase 2. Over and out. No! I'm a floating bird! Oh yeah, it's super convenient. Don't worry about that though. It's needed for the brain matter of the device. Final head module. Tactical ability reduced. Unit now vulnerable. Link to main body severed. 2 weak points detected. Target them with concussive blasts to damage the unit. Waiting is a good idea. Shit. Might work. Why can't I get onto him? Oh, I see. Only once the head is stunned. What is happening to my ball? That's not normal looking. That was a glitch, I think. I hope it was a glitch and not like just normal. No, can you just hover around this region, please? I like how the spider ball track just kicked me off. You know, it'd be a cool way to end a boss fight is if you have to go into like a boss's gut as the ball, and then you have to like become full Samus. Okay, that was stupid. I don't know what the hell happened there. And you have to like burst your nurse through it. No, like the Metroid Queen, yeah, but with the Metroid Queen you had to, like, use bombs. I mean, like, you have to become full man. Full, like, man size. Oh, well, it's done now. This makes... There you go. Like the chest burster, exactly. Exactly like a chest burster. Annihilator Beam acquired. Do you see how long the beam gets? Or rather, the cannon. Watch, regular. Ah! Wow! Ghost power blood and dark. But what was I saying? Saying something about beams, about Samus. Full man? Yeah, I don't know why I said that. That was just like diarrhea. That was verbal diarrhea. That's like when Carl says that all you have to do is just open your mouth and keep talking and eventually things will come to mind. That was that. Oh, that was lame. Dark Aegon wastes for the beam combo? Okay. Go this way first anyway. What the fuck are you doing? What the fuck are you doing? Vinny, there's a horrible bug coming up soon. It's in the main reactor, the place with the spinning rings. You need to activate all the sonic locks without leaving the room. If you activate some and then leave, you'll soft lock the game because the door will never open. Holy fuck, I never knew about that. Okay, thanks. Vinny, you're already past that room? Oh, never mind then. I thought there was like a Dark World version of that room. The one with the locks that was earlier where you morph ball through them, right? You haven't done the thing that needs the locks. Okay, that's enough chat for one evening. When I get there, I'll know what to look for. If I've done it already, great. If I haven't done it already, I'll be sure to activate the locks without leaving the room. I love how cool this beam looks. I mean, I think this game does the light Dark World thing better than almost any other Nintendo game, except maybe Link to the Past. And even that maybe wasn't as good as this. Features: Ingstorm, cluster of corrosive darklings, contact with target swarm not recommended, capable of corroding steel. Trying to think about where I could go. Been through, I think, most of these areas. I think it's just time to go back to the light world. Should have filled up my ammo. See how powerful this is. Not that powerful against these guys, at least. Wow, it's kind of ass. Yeah! Yeah! It's got homing. It's very fast. And I'm very quickly out of ammo. I don't think I like it that much. If it didn't have, like, an ammo count, it would be amazing. The normal shot is just not the good shot. It's not the big shot. It's the ammo killer. Shooting crystals with it will drag enemies in and instantly kill them. I like that. The homing is amazing. Okay, no, it's actually way better on Light World creatures. I think the Dark World dudes was just strong to it. That just took, like, 3 shots. And you get a lot of ammo when you kill something. Alright, it's good. It's good. I just don't think it's as good in the Dark World. But it's pretty fucking cool. Against, Space Pirate Scrubs. Someone said if I shoot the light pillars that I came across earlier with it, cool things will happen. Is this true? Okay, so wasn't there one kind of close to here? Below the reactor. There was one right back here. Yeah, there's one down there. Pillars of light are for something else. It's for the light suit. That's what I thought it was. Fuck is the other one? Boom. Nope. Boom. We go boom, boom. 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 Yes, eat a dick, big blue spinning sphere. Give me this burger. Oh, I mean power bomb expansion. Oh, speaking of burger, I edited the Burger Kun video. I think it's done. I just was too lazy to finish it and export it and get it online. But it'll probably be online tomorrow. And then Wasabi Kun will be the day after that. It's not that good. I'm sure someone will get some, like, perverse pleasure out of it. Watching me make a strange burger from Japan. Candy burger substance. But, I don't know. I think I'm just gonna call it Trashins. Someone suggested that the other day. Are you enjoying editing these tiny videos? Yes, tiny videos, yes. Going through 2-hour streams, or maybe even, like, 10 hours of a playthrough? Not so much. Just, take a quick look around. I guess I can go back to the temple now, right? And talk to, Moth Friend. You want me to save my game? Oh, come on. What's the worst that could happen? A Nova Skeleton? Return the energy first? I don't know where that is. Why can't I do anything right? Vinesauce, no corruptions or trash tonight. It's Saturday. Well, I mean, now it's Sunday. It was Saturday. If it's Saturday when I start, there's no trash. Also, chat, no need to be mean to the- I don't think he meant it, or I don't think that the person meant it maliciously. I think they just were curious. But they were a sub, so clearly they've been here before. Or they're brand new and they just subbed. Good shit. No bully. No bull. Sorry, my brain yacht is not working right now. Okay, so I have to return the energy, right? So do I have to go? I think I have to go here first to return the energy. The energy control. Oh my god, the map. I think I have to go there first. So we're gonna go there first. Sorry, these maps are fucking confusing. Make sure, once again, okay, energy controller. I mean, I think I have to go there in order to get the energy back, and then I can talk to Moth Friend. Also, hi Squish. Hey, chat, I have a cat question. If you're allergic to cats, and a cat scratches you, but just barely, is it supposed to puff up? What if you're not allergic to cats? Does the scratch puff up? Like, does the skin around the scratch puff? No, it was barely. It was like a minor puff, and then it went away immediately. But I got scratched recently by, you know, by a cat, and very lightly. It was like a love tap, and it didn't even feel like I got scratched, but it got itchy, and the skin just slightly puffed. I was like, wow, that's interesting. It always does. So, cat owners who aren't allergic to cats, this is something that's happened to you. Yes? You should go see a vet. Dude. We're talking like a half a centimeter of scratch. Barely any deep. You might die, but I think you'll be okay. Someone else says that they think I might be turning into a stray cat girl. Okay, thank you for the information, chat, even though there's, like, thousands of people saying different things all at the same time. It says here, quit my job a month ago, can't remember what day it is now, which is why I thought we were on Sunday stream, shame on me. It's okay. See, we got an explanation, was no troll. See, chat, that's why you don't bully. If it's someone who's coming at me, or coming at you, and they say something really, you know, shitty, or dumb shitty, you know, then sure, but sometimes I think the problem is there's no subtlety in text. Text is like a blunt force trauma of a thing. And when you're reading a chat room, it's easy to feel like people are coming at you. Or like people are just saying stupid shit. So you kind of have to apply some level of restraint. I mean, even them Kappas aren't good enough all the time. And here comes the Capsplosion. if I didn't do Sunday streams, perhaps I would lose track of the time as well. The Sunday streams really divide up my week. That's the day I tend to try to look at emails too, if I can. When did the Sunday stream tradition begin? I was thinking about this the other day, and I don't know how they began. I just knew that people liked when I streamed shitty games and corruptions, but I also knew that if I started doing them too often, like I did in the past, like if I kept doing them too often, it would burn me out, and it wouldn't be funny as much. And most of the week I just like playing games that I want to play. You know, if I was stuck playing a game like fucking Burn Cycle every day, I would grow real bitter and resentful. So, I don't remember how Sunday stream got started in particular, but when I was a kid, Sunday night was a big... Sunday stream was a big thing for me when I was a kid, but I used to play video games with my cousin. We would play Mario Party, Secret of Mana, Mario Kart, Smash Brothers. We would play co-op games, Perfect Dark, GoldenEye, shooters like that. What other good co-op games? Joe and Mac. So Sunday was always like a big video game day for me, and it was the day I looked forward to the most, but also dreaded the most because the crazy thing about Sunday is it's a day of rest. It was a day I looked forward to because I knew I got to play video games with my cousin. But as the day went on, there would be a knot in my stomach realizing that I had school early next morning. So every moment would count. It was like a mix of happiness and anxiety, and it made the video games that much better. So, I guess, in some ways, that's one of the reasons I have such an intense connection to this hobby, is because, I don't know, they just meant a lot to me when I was growing up and kind of were the best part of the week. So, that was Sunday stream for me when I was younger. How it turned into trash stream, I'm not sure. I think it happened maybe like 3 or 4 years ago, and I just started relegating my garbage and corruptions to just 1 or 2 days, and then eventually one day became Sunday. But I really don't remember. I think it just kind of happened incidentally. Do you still dream about school? I do from time to time, yeah. I still have dreams where I'm late, or I don't have my books. I'm sorry. Stop map. Gotta check map all the time. Check map. Airy? Is this where I'm going? No, right? I mean, that looks like there's nothing up there. Where the fuck am I going? I'm going to, Central Area... Transport. One of those two, I think. No, I'm going to... Temple Grounds. Fucking hell. It's far. Wish there was more shortcuts. Okay, this is gonna be backtracky. Very backtracky. As long as I don't continue falling down here, we should be okay. I'm sorry, I really need to keep doing this, yes. Yes, I do. Is that the reason behind the song you made? Which one? Back to School? Well, I mean, there's an honesty in it. I had a lot of... I really didn't like school. I really wanted school to just, like, fuck off and eat a dick. But I guess as you get older, you realize, like, oh, it's almost over. And now that it's over, like, I'm not one of those romanticized, like, and you know how I mean the word romanticized, right? Like, everything was better back in the day. I'm not one of those people, because I just don't believe that. I think that's only partially true, but when you're younger, you're like high all the time because your brain yacht is still forming, so everything was better when you were a kid. But I believe that I miss playing basketball with my friends. I miss socializing about Final Fantasy VII and Ocarina of Time and Metal Gear Solid. I miss some of high school, not really very much of it, but I miss the rock shows that the local bands would do. At the time, there was like kind of a vibrant rock community where people were like, just everyone was in a band, and there were a lot of good shows. But yeah, I kind of miss it. There's definitely some aspect of school that's the Aegon Wastes. I should go there, right? I'm gonna go there because there's a thing there that I need. Yeah, the hijinks, I don't miss the work and the homework and all that, obviously, but I definitely miss the idea of, like, well, this is a thing. It seemed like there was more of a thing to do. Like, when you start getting older and you're on your own, you have to find your own meaning. You have to figure out what things mean for you, because no one's gonna tell you, well, next is grade 6. Then after that's grade 7, and then you're preparing for the SATs. Everything's laid out for you. There's like a plan. But once you're done with college, once you're done with, like, you know, learning, the rest is up to you. You can fuck up your life however which way you want. You go from linear progression to an open world. And there's so many ways to fuck it up. And that's why finding meaning for such things is a little bit more difficult. There's also a lot of ways to do it right. And there's no one right answer. So I try to be much more of an optimist. And like, the whole Another Light thing, if you listen to that first song, that's kind of me staring at the sun, which hurts, by the way, and trying my best to be optimistic about myself and about the future and about everything. And, you know, everyone. And don't stare at the sun. Also, don't eat silly putty, you fucks. Next person that tells me they ate the silly putty I gave them, you're gonna get fucking revoked. Your Vinesauce free item license will be revoked entirely. So, don't do that. Vinny, did you just reveal the meaning of life? No, the meaning of life is more just about wearing hats. Just wear a good hat every now and then. That's it. And oh yeah, 42. But tonight is the meaning of life. Why are we here? What's considered excessive hat wearing? Well, it's like in comedy, when you write like a comedy bit, they call it a hat on a hat, which is you try to put too many concepts together, apparently. I don't really know exactly what it means, but for like, you know, comedy troupes, like people that write skits, if it's a hat on a hat, then your concept is too confusing, and you should probably stop that right now. Vinny, how do you feel about calling all plants Herberts? Okay, you want to know the meaning of life? It's that statement. Oh, that's a good one. Herbertsons. That's a good modifier. I think the first step to knowing the meaning of life is admitting you know nothing. And, well, my name is Vinny Bine, and I'd like to tell you today, right now, that I know nothing. I don't feel any different. I thought that was supposed to work. There's an item here somewhere. I heard it. What if meaning is only meaningful if you understand what meaning is? Get out of my chat room, please. God. It's so easy to just have your convictions totally overwritten by one silly statement. God damn it. Someone in chat just said, Metroid Prime 2 brings out deep thoughts. This is gonna be one of those playthroughs that people watch, and they're gonna go on a fucking roller coaster ride. You're gonna hear the Mike Love 4th of July story. You're gonna hear about me pissing into a bottle. You're gonna hear about Smash Brothers before and after Ridley reveal. The meaning of life. And time to take a piss. I hear an item, I don't know where it is. It's in the piss, you need the light suit for it? Oh, well, I'll never come back here. If I don't have to come back here— well, you know what, that's not true, I might have to, because there's a fetch quest. Not totally unlike the Triforce fetch quest, except a little bit more exciting. Why did you piss in a bottle, though? Ah! Well, then you must watch previous Metroid Prime streams to find out why. However, if you use your powers of deduction, excuse me, not just duction. That's my powers, I have the powers of duction. You can imagine that it wasn't something I wanted to do. In fact, far from it. It was a necessity. Jesus Christ, the homing on this. Don't mind me, just farming for a little bit of ammo. Yes, there it is. Oh, it's glorious. What is it? Sonic Boom. Okay, thanks. The best Sonic game ever made. So wait, there's a dude named Slurpee in chat? So Slurpee and Squishy? Does Twitch have like a name hiring policy that they abide by? Like you have to have a name that's similar to this to be hired for Twitch. Don't provoke the staff members, or what? They'll ban- oh, wait a minute. Yes, they can. Yes, they can. I like you guys. Rip stream. Well, it's been a good run. It's been a good run, lads. It really, someone just wrote, it really fucking hasn't. You asshole. Oh man. You're not wrong. I think I'm gonna save here. Take a quick break. Oh, this has been fun. So I got Quadraxis dead. Keys collected. Screwattack. Sonic Boom, all in one stream. Next time, I go to the main moth. And we'll talk about how to do the thing, and then we'll do the thing. Quadraxis fight was great. Let's see, what, only 2 or 3 streams left? I'd say maybe 2? But, yeah, this game continues to be great. I have my problems with it, sure. It's not perfect, but it's a really good game. Metroid or not, I think it's really well done, and, I actually look forward to playing this every time I start it up. Mario Tennis, not so much lately. But, you know who I blame for that. Blooper, and Kamek, and everyone online ever. Alright. Thanks everybody, thanks for watching. We're gonna take a quick break. I'll be right back with Hollow Knight. More stop map up next. Stick around.